Welcome to 9 Minutes Motivation. Hey world, why do people lie? There are lots of reasons, but that is not the discussion for today's 9 Minutes Motivation. Today's 9 minute motivation discussion is why do people lie to you? And it's very a strange and amusing thing. Like people say, I don't like people telling me lies. Don't lie to me. I can't handle lies. And my always advice to them straight is if you don't like lies, you don't tell lies. Why people tell lies to you? The problem is not with them. The problem is with you then. If people lie to me, problem is with me, not with them. It's such an paradox, contradiction, or such a strange thing, right? But that is the reality. And that's what I want to share with all of you. People lie. There are 100 reasons for that, maybe. Why people lie to you? And there's a very important reason for it. I had a student of mine, my first batch. They were one of the masterminds, the contemporary satsang that we used to have on Sunday mornings. He came and shared on the dais saying that we had a very big argument last night with my mom, and we really fought. And my mom tells lies. And in the whole discussion, eventually, after the whole thing got over, argument, very hot argument, discussion, debates, and all those accusations, allegations, everything. Why do you tell lie and all those things? So my mom told something which made me realize mistake is not her, it's my mistake is mine. He said, my mom said, I don't mind telling truth to you. Problem is, whenever I have told you the way things happen, very honestly, you started shouting back at me. You screamed at me. You started teaching me lessons of life. You talking me 100 nonsense things. And I feel after telling you the truth very honestly, whatever happened, maybe truth my perception, but whatever happened, I told it at as exactly as it happened. And you then understanding the whole thing, you started shouting at me. And I realized what my mom is saying is right. Because every time she came and told this is what happened, that's what I did, and I started giving her gyan, I started giving her lectures, I started giving her 100 things. So exactly same thing what she did to me when I was a child, he said. And now same thing happening to her, she's not able to handle it. But isn't it true? Why children lie to you? Why my son will lie to me? Every time he tells me the truth, and if I tell him 100 things which are against it, are not favorable to what he's talking about, his mind will get conditioned that if I tell something to my dad, even if it is what I actually want, maybe wrong, maybe bad, why should I tell him? So he will either manipulate or he will hide the information or he will not tell me because he might get shouting, beatings from a father. As much as I know, he may have hidden a lot of things from me. It's a very natural thing for it. Not everybody should be knowing everything about your life, right? And not everybody knows everything about your life. But I don't remember Arya has ever told me a lie because I've allowed him to say whatever, including Vaishali. What I remember in his growing years in school days, he used to come and tell some dirty jokes to Vaishali and me both. He was what, 7, 8 years. Some dirty jokes he will, some naughty jokes he'll come and tell. Vaishali is not somebody who can deal with all these things. I'm okay with all these things. I'm much more on those lines. Not anything is a part of my life. So we allowed him to speak. He'll come and talk about girls. He'll talk about the dirty things that happen in the classroom. All that thing he will come and tell. And we have never held his honesty against him. So we never had to deal with his lies. Maybe recent times things would have gone because he's staying separate, differently, a different city altogether. But isn't it true? When you say people lie to you or you don't like people lying to you, you ask this question to yourself: are you magnanimous enough in your heart to listen to what they're saying and willing to understand, accept, tolerate, ignore, overlook, and say, "Koi baat nahi, it's okay, it happened, no problem. We'll see how to deal with it. Let's go ahead with it." Why, like I spoke in yesterday's 9 minutes motivation, people are insecure in relationship. Why they end up doing all these dramas? Because that's how it is. They have this insecurity that if truth be told to you, you'll not be able to handle it. If whatever happened, whatever they're going through, you might be judged, or they might be judged. They might be misunderstood. They might be taken for being a weak person, and all this thing. So much happens. So we are very scared. See, people tell lie. There are 100 reasons. People tell lie to you is not because they are liars, because you are not matured enough, or you do not have this clarity in life or that experience in life where you should say, okay, it happens. It's not that what they have coming and confessing to you or sharing with you, you have never done in your life. You would have. I've done all nasty things in my life. I've done all shitty things in my life. Must be the case with all of us. We are not Mahatmas and Punyatmas here. We had our share of shit. And as if we behave when people come and confess to us, whether your children or our siblings, our students, or it can be any relationship that is of your love. We behave as if we are holier than thou, and they all have done big mistakes, and they should be no reprimanded, they should be punished, and they should be given gyan and all these things. I think when people come and honest the first time, and it's very important. Now it's maybe we might be fighting a lost cause, but it is the next relationship that you will have in your life. It can be relationship in the family or outside in your workspace. Whenever somebody comes and tells you honestly that they made a blunder, they made a mistake, or something happened, I think with a large heart, you and me should be able to say, I know it happens, but it's okay. We'll see how to deal with it. The moment you start making them feel responsible, making or holding them responsible, and telling them this is what I told you, and this and that, and then you said now you do what you want to do on yourself. It is, no, they get scared. So next time something happens, because to err is human, to forgive is divine. Forget we are not divine, but I think we should be able to have this acceptance, this tolerance, this ignorance, ability to ignore things in life and say it's okay, it happens. Just make sure you don't repeat the same mistake. But next time mistake happens, please comment, because people start hiding mistakes from you, blunders from you, all nonsense that has happened is hiding from you, and then so when it's small, you can deal with it. Then it goes out of proportion, because anything you hold for longer time, it starts taking a bigger and bigger shape. That mistake will become a blunder. The blunder can become something. I think it's very difficult for people. So I think when people lie to you, not because of them, it's because of you. If people lie to me, not because of them, it's because of me. I may have shouted, screamed, or I would have been very rude or trying to tell them you are a sinner and make them guilty, make them feel regretful. And I think they will stop coming and confessing to me or sharing with me their mind and their heart and their life. And we both will be on the losing end. It's not worth it, right? So next time when somebody comes and tells openly about your thoughts, don't judge them. Don't try to correct them. Let them feel accepted. Let them feel respected. And that's what is the need of any relationship if you want to make it strong. With the belief, let's start this beautiful, beautiful day together. Here we go.
I believe I can. I believe I can. I believe I can.
And don't forget to share, like, subscribe. There's one thing you're missing royally. Without subscribing and commenting, you're going on watching it. That's not fair. Love you so much. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Here we go.